Joanna, Mann, getting ready for this one. High hopes for this pitching phenom. Does she have another dominant performance in her today? It's the Philadelphia Phillies. Back here with my pal Singy. And today's starting pitcher, Joanna, Mann.
She's been a real quality starter for her club, and coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up a release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against her in this one.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Francisco Lindor. There's a strike.
Oh, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare, only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Next is the designated hitter, Masataka Yoshida. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Yoshida in his 4th year, 33 years old, and he was born in Japan. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Batting third, the right fielder.
2 down, base is empty. Juan Soto up now for the Mets. Fastball for a strike.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. She's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Two out, space is empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here at Citi Field, and now it's Mark
Vientos.
Mann back to work. Mann, a former rookie of the year. She features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, a sinker, and she occasionally mixes in a knuckleball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Here's Pete Alonso. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, Boog, it didn't take very long for Alonso to set the home run record here at Citi Field. He passed Lucas Duda for the top spot in June of 2023.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. She picks up her 5th strikeout.
Well, 3 pitches, down, fastball up, swinging. Boog, it's like learning a chord progression, getting those strums right, man. So many pitchers prefer working north-south these days compared to the east-west, and that was a great example right there.
2 outs. Swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Got him looking, and she strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. Nothing doing for the Mets, and it remains 1-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
Nimmo.
First pitch swinging.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Got him swinging. Make it 7 strikeouts for her.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. She's looking very much on her game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so she's got a good pace going, no doubt. Drew Gilbert now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. 1 out, bases empty. Fastball for a strike. In the air, out towards left center. 2 down. Ronnie Mauricio now. 2 for 8 in the series so far. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
No balls, 2
She's
strikes.
not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone.
And she got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. 9 straight retired here to start the game. It's the Phillies 1. Bottom of the 4th, here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Fought off foul.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness. Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
And down on strikes he goes. That's her 9th strikeout so far.
Man, it's almost unfair that she can just pull that knuckleball out of her pocket and float it up there in addition to her other pitches. It's unlike anything else she throws, and because she doesn't throw it all the time, you just don't get a good look at it throughout and at bat.
And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick.
Thinking about Yoshida, he's never going to be the biggest player when he's on the field, but that doesn't mean he can't hit. He gets on base and doesn't strike out very often. That combo makes you a valuable asset to your club.
On the ground, right side, stop. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. Here's Juan Soto. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That to right.
Got it.
And that is that. So 12 up, 12 down to begin. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Mann back to work. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Well, these Mets just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. She's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point. And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
That's a ball.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Struck out swinging his first time. Swinging a foul straight back. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Swings and misses, and she keeps putting up the Ks. That's number 11. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. And there's the strike.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. She's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as her stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. And she strikes out the side for the 4th time today. Down in order go the Mets. They trail things here. Right through there for a strike.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. She's not afraid of contact. Some pitchers, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 13 strikeouts now. She's putting together an impressive outing.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Gilbert swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the 2nd time today. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
All game long, she's really done a great job of keeping these hitters guessing. You've got to play with that front foot, and she's done exactly that, keeping them off balance.
The Phillies up by 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting herself in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what she's working with, and that really allows a pitcher to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Yeah, that drops in for a strike.
That curveball's been a big pitch for her today. She's been able to get ahead in the count with it. She's also been able to use it to put hitters away.
Swing and a miss. And she strikes out the side for the 5th time today. Incredible. So she's perfect through 6. It's the Phillies 2 and the Mets nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for New York, Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor.
There's the strike.
0-1.
Swinging a foul straight back. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Yoshida stands in now and watches strike 1. And a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away. Well, I think the key, I mean, if she can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And add another K. That's number 17. What a game. Soto at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Hit on the ground, and it gets through. Just like that, the perfect game is gone. Boots it, and he'll pull into second with 2 gone. So digging in, Mark Vientos. Right through there for a strike. With the tying run at the plate, you're the bottom of the 7th. Strike 2.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be.
Make it 18 strikeouts on the day. Another inning in the... Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Alonso.
Mann back to work. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
And a swing and a miss there.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And there's one down.
There's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Booth, get back on track. His team needs him.
Alvarez, batting with one down, takes a strike. And a swing and a miss.
You know, that's a swing you'll see a lot against a good sinker. Just right over the top. Tough to barrel that up.
And ring him up, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strikeout. Here's Brandon Nimmo, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Nimmo.
And that's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
This to third. Boom. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over. Totally dominant on the bottom 9, and stepping in for New York, Drew Gilbert.
Her pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind her. That's why she's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
0-1.
You just don't see it that much anymore. A pitcher being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if she's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that 9th inning. But being at under 100 pitches, she's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
And that one is lifted in the air. Castellanos gets under it. And there's one down. And next for the Mets, Ronnie Mauricio. And a swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this pitcher out there on the mound. See if she continues to climb the ladder.
And that one clips the corner. The Mets trailing by 3 here in the last half of inning number 9. That was pretty nasty. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
On the ground. Oh, what a stop. Throw to first. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Runner at first with 2 away. And now the DH, Masataka Yoshida. Hit to right, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
Really incredible performance on the mound.
Joanna Mann threw an absolute gem in her last appearance. Does this prospect have another shutout in her today? Back here in Miami, today's starting pitcher, Joanna Mann.
She brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that she gets and the fact that she's not issuing free passes, that's going to make her more economical in her pitch count, allow her to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
So up next, Richie Palacios. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Palacios in his 5th season, batting second in today's lineup. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over .350 in his last 10.
No balls, 2 strikes.
One out, bases empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And there's 2 away.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
And first offering is fouled off. And here it comes. Peterson just got a piece of it. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. 2 outs, base is empty. He goes down looking. Nothing across here this half. Second inning coming up here in South Florida. It's the Phillies 1 and the Marlins nothing. Bottom of the second, and now for the Marlins, Jonah Bride. Mann back to work. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Bride matched a homer in his last game. That one catches the corner for a strike. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Tyler Stevenson, the next up for the Marlins. Swings through that one for strike 1. Mann, a former Cy Young Award winner. She features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, a sinker, and she occasionally mixes in a knuckleball.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
That's in there, and it's 0-2.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning.
All she's saying, who needs the defense? An immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Strike 1. Bowers went deep in his most recent game. And a big swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. And that's 6 Ks for her in this one.
Batting 8.
Here's the third baseman, Matt Shaw. That's in there. That's strike 1. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-2 is the count.
Swings and misses. And that's her 200th strikeout of the season.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure her out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Enrique Hernandez stands in now and watches strike 1. Comes up empty.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning. And the Marlins down quietly. They still trail 1-0. Bottom of the 4th, here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Lopez in his 5th season, 28 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. A little out front there as he swings through it. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got her a punch out that time.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Corrals it, and there's 2 away. Here is Jock Peterson. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. So 12 up, 12 down to begin the ball game. It's the Phillies 2 and the Marlins nothing. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And here's the first baseman, Jonah Bride. Mann back to work. Foul ball there.
You know, these Marlins, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. She's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And she keeps putting up the Ks. That's number 11. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
That one's in there. That's strike 2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. She can do whatever she wants with the baseball right now.
Now it's the right fielder, Griffin Conine. Late on that fastball.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. And she strikes out the side for the 5th time today. Incredible. So 5 perfect innings in the books. It's the back here at Lone Depot Park, bottom of the 6th. And at the plate for Miami, Jake Bauers. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. She's not afraid of contact. Some pitchers, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting herself in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what she's working with, and that really allows a pitcher to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
No balls, 2
The fish yet to pick up a hit here.
Good horizontal movement on that curveball right there, and just enough to get him to chase it. She placed it just off the corner, and that's one of those where a pitcher says if she's going to miss, she's going to miss off the plate. So really good job. Great pitch for the punch out.
0-2 is the count.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So she's perfect through 6. It's the Phillies 4 and the Marlins nothing. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez.
She's been so great today. Really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, she hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
Check swing called strike, and it's 0-1. And add another K. That's number 17. What a game.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Palacios now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Swings through that one.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if she can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Okay. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, she's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Peterson in the box now. No balls and a strike. Right through there for a strike.
She's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
And the 0-2. That one 95 to finish him off. The perfection continues. 21 straight have been retired. It's the Phillies 4 and the Marlins nothing. On to the bottom of the 8th, and now Jonah Bride.
Not a single base runner through the first 7 innings for these guys. They've had no answer.
Mann back to work. In there at the knees. Mann into her 8th inning of work, Singy. She's been good.
She's the type of pitcher that gets better as she gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to her, you get to her early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Pitch count in great shape. It seems she might have a chance to finish it. And right back to the mound. Handles, throws to first. 1 up, 1 down. And she's now just 5 outs away. She's got a real shot at this thing.
Yeah, bro, she is rolling just in one of those grooves where she looks pretty unbeatable today.
Stevenson in the box again. Takes a strike. That one fouled off. The Marlins hitless so far in the game. Swing and a miss, and she got him. And there are 2 down.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Booth, get back on track. His team needs him.
Conine at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. Two outs. Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner. Nothing doing for the Marlins. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. All set for the bottom of the 9th. Now here is Jake Bauers. And all eyes on the mound as she begins the 9th inning, working on a perfect game. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Boog, I'll tell you right now, every player defensively on their toes like never before. They want to make sure they have the opportunity to put this pitcher in the history books. They're going to make the play.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Shaw stands in now and watches strike 1. And that one clips the corner. The Fish down by 4. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. You got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. Mann is just 1 strike away. On the ground out to short. And she's done it. A perfect game. Mann with an exceedingly rare achievement in this one. A perfect game.
What more can you say than perfect, Boog? Her performance here was incredible to watch, and I feel lucky that we got to be here to witness it. Congrats to her on the perfect game.
you